What's going on, everybody? My name is Caleb.
My name is Ken Parker. I don't know. It sounded like a news guy, so I just rolled with it.
Okay, and we are here back with a special episode of Coffee and Headphones. This time is remote edition, but we are still two brothers who talk about brother things. Trevor, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I am amped up on coffee and energy
Headphones?
drink called Celsius. No headphones today. I'm going naked. So
I'm going to earbuds.
not
AirPods for the rich kids.
AirPods for the rich kids. I'm doing well, man. I am excited for Thanksgiving. What about you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, been a crazy couple of days in our family, in my life. So it's been a bit of a crazy journey. That's kind of why we haven't put out any podcasts for our three listeners who are wondering. But I'm ready to get this show in the bag. I'm ready for this episode. It should be really fun.
Let's do it.
Before
I,
we get
uh,
to what we want to get to, though, no, you're good. What do you mean? This is a
all right.
50-50 podcast, my brother.
All right.
Before we get to where I want to get, though, do you know who Anthony Fantano is, Trevor?
Yeah, I do.
You probably know him because he recently had a beef with Drake, or Drake had a beef with him, really.
I know him
Uh,
because he has the worst takes in hip hop I've ever seen.
he is a music reviewer. He's a YouTuber for those who don't know.
He's
And
some
he is from what I can see, he's like kind of one of those people you either really like him or you don't. And I think more people who are like hip hop heads tend to not like him and disagree with his takes because they seem really like uh in a way self-religious and like he knows so much about the genre when really he doesn't. I bring this up. Oh, what were you gonna say?
nothing. For those that don't know, just to give you a frame of reference, I was explaining this to Caleb earlier. He's like the guy or the girl that you know that wants to sound smart. So they use really big words and sentences, but they're never in the right place. That's how his takes on hip hop are. And I have some wild takes if you've watched any of our previous videos. So coming from me, that should say a lot.
It does. And he's been known to give out some pretty bad takes. He's been known to give out some low takes. He gave, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 6 out of 10. He gave The Human Condition by John Bellion a 6 out of 10. And something that I recently came across, I remember hearing at the time, but it didn't hit me as much as it does now, is how disrespectful he was to Saba on his last two albums. This year, my relationship with Saba has gone from like casual listener to I'd say like diehard fan. Like I've really become immersed in the canon of his music and kind of his own form of alternative rap. I think it's really cool the way he blends like smooth melodies, but also has like the rapper in him. He's involved with the production. His storytelling's good. Like he's up my alley, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I expect most people to at least respect his level of creativity. This man, Anthony, bro, said that he was a watered down sound. I forget his actual words, but it was like a watered down sound of his reference points, saying that he sounds like a copycat. Kendrick, Cole, whoever he's pulling from, right? He said he can't grow past his influences.
He's clearly in his own lane. Like,
Hello.
like I guess some of the things remind me of Kendrick or Cole, but realistically, it's like I'm not gonna have. I'll have some songs of Cole's and Kendrick's on the same playlist as Saba, but
Mm-hmm.
Saba is like a whole different dimension than those two, and I don't really think that Saba is chasing after those two. That's bizarre to me.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, I gotta watch what I say carefully here because I did watch those and then the two Corday reviews back to back. So I don't want to be mixing up what he says about what artists because I think he also says something similar to Corday. So check me if I'm wrong. But he was just being disrespectful to both artists. But I want to talk about Saba specifically because for me, Few Good Things is a candidate for album of the year. I think if Kendrick didn't drop, spoiler alert, it would be up there. We are gonna do an album of the year video before the year wraps up, which I'm really excited for. So expect the Saba album Few Good Things to be on there for me. He gave that a 6 out of 10. And I just
Wow,
don't even have any words, bro. I feel
that's
like
wonderful.
it was one of those albums that if you really are as big of a fan of music as you say you are, then you have no choice but to love that album.
I uh yeah, I have never disagreed with someone more over music. Even Harley, who has the oddest takes about hip hop that I've ever heard from somebody. I've never disagreed with somebody more than that rat with glasses. And to be fair,
Damn.
uh, I looked it up, and Saba credits his rap influence to Lupe, Bone Thug, and Kanye, the top three. So this man is clear,
Chicago.
yeah, which makes all the sense in the world, but very different from a Fayetteville rapper and somebody from Compton.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Nah.
bizarre to me. And Saba is one of the most. I think he's very versatile. I think he puts out
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the same type of like
Vibe.
hits you in the soul vibe. But
Yeah.
when I
He
first
does
heard,
it in different ways, right?
I first heard Saba 6 years ago.
Probably.
Um, when I was a stoner and I was smoking all the time, and that stuff just like hit me to my core. And now I listen to Saba, and it's just just the same vibe, but it still hits me
Mm-hmm.
in a different way. And I don't know. I think he's one of the better undercredited rappers that there are.
Mm-hmm.
So I strongly disagree with whatever his name is, Anthony.
Anthony
Disagree, Anthony.
Fantano. And you know what? Like, I know some people, Damon, Odyssey, he really likes that dude's channel, but Damon's not like a hip hop
I was
fan.
about to say
Yeah,
Damon's a music theory.
Damon's
Theory
he's a
guy.
theory guy. He's a theory
He's
guy.
not like a hip hop head. So
No, exactly. So I mean, like, I say that to say I'm sure that he's got some good takes about some stuff, but I feel like I've always been in the camp of where, well, not always because I was a reckless teenager at once, but in my adult life, I've always been in the camp where it's like, if you're not educated on the subject, don't pretend to be. You know what I mean? Don't speak on things that you don't have to speak on.
mhm.
Um, and that's not for Anthony specifically, but that's for like every adult, but specifically everyone who tries to be involved with like rating creatives' work. I think that's such a weird and stupid thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, but you see the disrespect at the biggest level too, like the
Yeah.
Grammy.
Oh, for
Like,
sure. Bro, those Grammys nominations.
oh my, did I see DJ Khaled on that list?
Yes, you did.
No, sir. No, sir. He did not make another one.
Whereas Saba obviously is nowhere to be seen. Corday was nowhere to be
Trey
seen.
wasn't on there, right?
And I'm not saying
There-
Corday was
There's
like the best this year, but I would take him over some of those albums.
there's really one album on there that it's like they're gonna win, and if they don't win, I quit music.
Kendrick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like
Which
I don't.
Kendrick has been obviously been snubbed at the Grammys before.
I mean, okay, we have like the lowest, or I guess the biggest bust of the year
Bro,
on here
the
from a guy that
heist.
I really like,
Who?
which is Jack Harlow.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we have Jack Harlow, we
That
have
probably
Future.
was rap album bust of the year.
Absolutely.
As long as honestly Nevermind's not considered rap. Because I
Okay.
think people in rap hated it, but it's not
If
really a rap
Churchill
album.
Down wasn't on that Jack Harlow album, I wouldn't have gave it a second listen.
Mm, that's
So
very true.
yeah, Pusha T on here, which I mean, okay, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
I
you have
mean,
Future
not his
on here.
best album, but
You have Future, which I really liked this album, but if we're talking about like rap albums of the year, I don't think it should
yeah,
be like
no, this is an
nominated.
album that for me, I mean, personally, I wasn't as high on as I know a lot of people were. But even for me, I'm like, yo, if I can listen to a Future album, cool. But I'm never gonna be like, this changed my life. Whereas like when Kendrick drops, that's how
I
I
think it's
react.
just because he had a couple really big songs on there. Like he had the summer anthem this year, I think, with "Wait for You." So,
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the summer anthem of this year.
Either that or Churchill, bro. Honestly.
And which is funny because you usually see the summer anthem from this like album that DJ Khaled does with 15,000 different artists. But this year you
Hmm.
didn't. I mean, you saw what was, hold on, Staying Alive, I guess.
Yeah, it was up there, but it's not like there's no longevity in it.
But I liked Wait for You better than Staying Alive, and I will continue to listen to Wait for You. And
Staying
Staying Alive
Alive's
is just,
bad.
it's a cut copy paste, like let's use a sample and put terrible lyrics over it.
And
So
sing it and it's one of those songs where it's like you try to cover
uh,
it, but you can't do it any justice.
yeah, but there's one song that took a sample and absolutely did it justice.
What song?
Um,
Use this gospel?
no, one more time. Come
Oh,
on now.
Circa Loco from
Yes,
but that album dropped after the
after.
cut date. Yeah.
And I liked this album a lot.
Yo,
Obviously a lot
am I
more than you
being
did.
sorry, I'm sorry for cutting you off. There's a bit of
Uh,
a delay on Zoom.
you're good. Go ahead.
Did I like would I be tripping to say that New Hollywood is better than some of these albums, or am I just biased?
I think you're really biased.
You
Um, but
don't think New Hollywood's better than
I think it's better than
Come
God
Home the
did.
Kids Miss You?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's better.
Maybe. I think it's better than God did.
Here's what I'll say.
And New Hollywood was just him too.
Here's what I'll say though. If Reach didn't mess with New Hollywood in the way that they did, I don't know if I should be saying this. I already kind of got some heat in CHH, but whatever. If Reach didn't mess with New Hollywood in the way that they did, I think it would be a better album. If it was more organic, more RG, still obviously have a nice mix. But if it was like, here, RG, do all the production that you want to do, have the artists on that you want to have on, and we won't change it, then I think New Hollywood could have been an album that transcended CHH into hip hop, and I don't think it did that.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I cannot argue.
All right. Well, having said that, you want to get to the actual topic of today's show?
I forgot that this was not what we were talking about.
It's
Maybe this
okay.
is why. Yeah, I'm down.
This is why we can't talk about music all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, we'll do like a part two, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Today we are introducing a new segment called Subjective Trivia. Shout out to Is This Good podcast. That's where I got this idea from. This show, which is this good, if you guys don't know, is Matt Austin, who used to work with the Starters on NBA TV, a spinoff show that he does with JD from the Starters. It's really funny, so you should definitely listen to it. But subjective trivia, Trevor, is basically trivia where only the person asking the question has the answers. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
So for those at home, we have to guess what the other person thinks for their subjective question. So I guess it's time to just go ahead and get into it. Do it
Let's do
again.
it.
Say something. Say
Let's
something.
do it, dog.
Every podcast, this man gets some random object and holds it up. But
Hey,
I
you
had
might.
to tell him to say something because the camera won't pick it up unless they hear the audio.
Oh,
Yeah.
la 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 la.
Okay,
All right,
let's just get into the questions.
let's do
Y'all,
it.
y'all will figure it out at home if I couldn't explain it over this man's nonsense. Okay, Trevor, the first question for you is
Mm-hmm.
who is the greatest NBA player of the last 10 years?
Of the last 10 years,
Remember, this is my answer that you are guessing, not you
like
answering.
greatest, you mean like favorite or best or
Greatest. Greatest is
great
different than all of those things to me.
of the last 10 years since 2012?
Since the 12-13 season.
Oh, I feel like we miss LeBron a little bit. Um, hmm. There's one name that keeps coming to mind, and I
What's that
doubt that's
name?
going to be the actual answer.
Don't
But
overthink it.
Jimmy Butler is who keeps coming to my mind.
Oh, brother. Unfortunately, you are wrong. It is not Jimmy Butler.
Who
I'm sorry.
is it?
You overthought it, brother.
Was it LeBron?
It's Steph Curry.
Mm,
Four
yeah.
championships, two-time MVP, only unanimous MVP in league history, finals MVP this past year. And this year, he is leading the league in scoring, and he's playing phenomenal. Um, he's been the greatest over the last 10 years, I think, and it's kind of hard to debate that for me. The only other two names were LeBron, who had three championships and one MVP in the last 10 years, and then Giannis, who had one championship and two MVPs. But I think Curry is still ahead of Giannis for now. And I think LeBron did a lot of his like regular season work and one championship run in the decade before.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
thank
very
you.
big. You're welcome. I definitely forgot about that man completely.
You asked me something now.
Um, okay. What is the best, hands down, the best instrument in the world?
Piano. I'm
That's
guessing you.
that's what
I'm
you
guessing
think
you.
I would guess. That's
uh,
wrong.
you would guess drums, right?
That is also wrong.
What is it?
It is the voice, my guy.
Ah, that's so stupid.
It's subjective trivia. You
It
shut
is
your mouth. You
subjective
can't tell me
trivia.
what I think is stupid.
Well,
Um,
I can, but I guess that's still the right answer.
that's right. You got it wrong. So 0 for 0, 0 for 1. Finally, shit.
We're both 0 for 1. Why did
All
you
right.
say the voice? Was it just because you knew I get it wrong?
No, because bro, I like instrumentals as much as the next person, but
Instrumentals, this man said.
I can't sit and listen to instrumentals for days at a time. And I really like music that has like instruments in it, like that you
Mm-hmm.
would think of. But I think the voice is what makes music. Um, the like I don't know, like I can listen to somebody freestyle, or I can listen to somebody sing a cappella, and it can be really touching. Like to me, I can't really listen to a drum solo and it be super touching. I can listen to it and be like, "Oh, that is sick," but it can't like,
Mm-hmm.
what in the world, Caleb?
I don't
What
know what
did
I
you
did.
do, bro?
I made a
Are you,
whiteboard.
are you just tired of hearing me talk? You asked
No,
me.
I was listening.
Okay, that's it. It's your turn.
Okay. Question number two in subjective trivia. What is the best Disney Channel show ever?
Ever?
Ever.
You gotta be joking, bro. That's
For me,
Disney Channel show.
ever.
Is it animated or is it not?
I can't tell you that
Oh my god.
because I
That,
was gonna do sitcom and then I was like, no, what if I do show?
that's so wrong of you. You didn't know that.
Okay, it's animated.
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to tell you because there's only one
Well,
animated show.
Phineas and Ferb and Sweet Life on Deck, or Sweet Life of Zach and Cody were my two choices.
And Good Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie is up there. People disrespect good like Charlie.
Yeah, Bob is cool.
Yeah, Bob is cool.
That's
That's
a
the parent, Bob.
that's fair. I mean, I still watch Phineas and Ferb regularly. I have no children, and I do not
Yeah,
watch kids on the regular. I think that show's so funny, and the only thing. So I remember like when I was young, like Dad would be watching it, and he would be cracking up, and
yeah,
like in my mind, I was like, "How is this so funny to an adult?" But now that I'm older, I'm like, "Oh, this show is like
for sure. It is
this is him," you
hilarious
know?
because it's always the jokes that aren't the jokes that are the funniest. Like the thing
Yeah.
that the adult says in passing are something that's like a double entendre that you miss as an 8-year-old kid watching the show. And then you catch it in your 20s and you're like, that's hilarious.
But that's the thing. People said that about SpongeBob all the time, but I can't
Yeah.
get behind watching SpongeBob as an adult. It's
I
like
was just
way
watching
too much
SpongeBob
for
the
me.
other day, but I was only watching season one. I was watching it with the girls. So I was like, yo, this is hilarious. But I feel like after season two or three, SpongeBob just became a whole different show and became just purely annoying.
Yeah, it's so annoying to me. Um, Good question.
Thank you, bro.
All right. So from 2000 to 2022,
Hmm.
who had the best handles in the National Basketball Association?
Well, my mind immediately goes to Kyrie, who I think is like definitely in the conversation for greatest ever. But I know Jamal Crawford ran things for a long time before Kyrie came around and was still relevant after Kai. There's a couple other dudes in that era who were nice with it. Do you hear Nala?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I think I have to say Kyrie because I know for me he's probably got the greatest handles ever. I think for you it's probably AI, right? But I know Kyrie's up there too. So my answer would be Kyrie.
So you were so close. You said his name.
Is
It
it
is
Jamal?
it is Jamal
Ah,
Crawford. Yeah.
brother. You know
I
what?
remember.
That's fair take. I can't argue that.
So Kyrie is my number two.
J
Like, and not of
crossover.
all time. I like AI is probably my one or two slot of all
Yeah.
time. And Jamal Crawford's right up there. But AI had like all the swag and all that, right? Like Kyrie, his handles are like amazing. I think they're so good. But
Uh-huh.
Jamal Crawford, it was just breathtaking watching that man handle a basketball.
Yeah.
And he created moves, which happens a lot, but the amount of moves that he's created that are still used in the NBA that are efficient
Hmm.
um, surpasses anybody else.
No,
And
that's fair.
I'd like to give Rondo a shout out because
Yeah,
that fake pass.
interesting technical moves. Not
Mm-hmm.
so much the fluidity and the beauty of it, but they work.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
nah,
you were so close.
that's fair. Now, I mean, Jay Crossover, right? I know that he was a little bit before my time in terms of when I started watching the game, but he was still, coming off the bench for the Clippers when I was watching basketball, and he won Sixth Man of the Year, I think, a couple of times there in LA. So even then, even in his older age, well, I think his last game with the Suns, he dropped like 50, right?
I
And
think
as
so.
a 40-year-old man, so he's definitely been someone who's had swag for a long time around the league. So yeah, that's a good take. Good question. Good take. All right, my third and final question. How many questions did you write?
Four.
Okay, I can make up another one. My second and final question is excuse me, what is the greatest fast food meal of the 21st century?
Greatest fast food meal.
Yes, sir. The meal from the 21st century.
Uh, a number one Chick-fil-A minis from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, excuse me. Excludes breakfast.
Oh, it excludes breakfast.
That would have been the number one, though. You're right.
I'm still going to stick with Chick-fil-A. Number one,
You're
Chick-fil-A sandwich.
still gonna be right, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Number one. But hold on, can you complete it? Number one, what?
Yeah, with large fries and Chick-fil-A sauce and a large sweet tea.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't do large necessarily, but yes, sir. That's exactly right. Chick-fil-A sauce and sweet tea.
Let's go.
Well done. Do you agree?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I actually
easy,
like
right?
number one, but the spicy chicken sandwich,
I did have a spicy chicken the other day. Very good. Very
really
good.
solid.
My
I'm a
friend
little.
Hezi, shout out to Hezekiah. He says to take the spicy chicken and get it on a whole wheat bun, and
Mm,
it hits so well, is what he
mm.
says.
I'll have to try it. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think there's another answer.
Nah, nah, man. I was wondering if you would try to go for like the legacy vote and be like, oh, Big Mac, but nah, easily Chick-fil-A.
I know you.
Yeah, yeah.
If
But
I
this
didn't
is
know
what
you,
I
you know
think
you.
everybody should think this, right?
Yeah. Also, hot take. I don't think the Big Mac's that good.
Bro, I haven't had a cheeseburger in years, so I don't even know what it tastes like if I'm being honest. I know it had a special sauce.
The quarter pounder is way better than the Big Mac. Just saying. Um. Okay.
I haven't had beef in like 3 years.
Who is the best of all time? The best Marvel character.
Ooh, and this is your answer. The
That's
best.
yes,
Not
sir.
the most popular, not the
No, we
GOAT,
don't
the
care about
best.
that.
So is this like best powers or best character?
Just like the best character.
The best character. Yeah, if anybody's listening to this part specifically, please reach out to us and let us know.
Do you want a hint?
No, it's Black Panther. Final answer. Who is it?
You're
Who
never
is it?
gonna get, bro. It's Nick Fury.
Wow.
Should have taken that hint. I would have told you that they have no powers.
Oh man, I probably would have been like Iron Man.
No, and I may be the only person in the world that thinks that. But
I mean,
if
it
there
makes sense with who you are and how you make decisions.
was no Nick Fury, there would be no Avengers.
Okay, final question, Trevor. Are you ready?
Yeah, bro.
Who is the GOAT Mario Kart racer?
Jeez.
You love you a bit of Mario Kart 8. I love me a bit of Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, on the Wii back in the day, Mario Party 7 and all that.
I gotta go with Yoshi.
Yoshi's sick. He is a great character, bro. I love Yoshi. I have used Yoshi quite a bit. But do you know who it actually is?
No, that's why I guess Yoshi.
It's Pink Gold Peach.
Dude, that was gonna be my second guess was gonna be Princess Peach. So not all there, but I was close.
Princess Peach is cool, but Pink Gold Peach, bro, I feel like you just go faster for some reason.
Yep. Definitely don't, but
They do weight it by character.
true. That's true. Mine would probably be like Bowser or Wario. I like Wario, man.
Bowser is so slow though.
I know. But it depends on what you're playing.
I actually really like playing as Mario, Metal Mario, and Baby Luigi too. They're super fun to play with.
Nice. I like it.
Thank you. For a long time, I only had two games, 2K19 and Mario Kart 8. So I played a lot of Mario Kart.
I can tell. All right, bro. So it only seems right to finish it out like this. What is the best song off of Drake's new album?
Oh, Snap Crackle Pop Rice Krispies. Um, can I get a track list at least?
Yeah, hold on, I got
Okay. I pull it up. It's okay. Because I definitely don't know all the names.
there is
I got
Rich
it.
Flex.
I see
Okay.
it. Um, the best
Looking
Drake
forward to
song.
reading those names to you out loud, but okay.
I forgot about all this. The best song on this new album, Her Loss, is not a great song because none of them are great. There's three that
Answer the
are
damn question,
there
Caleb.
are three that are fine at best. Um, my answer would be Circo Loco. I just want to listen to it one more time every time. Actually, that's not true. I'm not gonna lie. I try to listen to it and then it makes me want to listen to the Daft Punk song. So I usually will pause it like 20 seconds in and go listen.
You are correct.
Thank you.
Uh, is it like the best on there? Probably not. Middle of the
No,
Ocean, probably the
but it's
best.
the most played for
But
me.
I can't stop listening to it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Um, it's just stuck in my head, bro. Yeah,
What did you
these are
think
all
of
good.
her loss?
What did I think of her loss? I liked it.
What did you think of her mom?
No
Got him.
comment.
Got him.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was good for what it was, and I didn't really have a problem with a lot of the songs, and they're not like lyrical, and it's not like, oh, this is the best rap album I've ever heard or anything like that. But I can listen to quite a few of these songs quite a few times. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely the worst Drake album of the year. I liked Honestly Nevermind a decent bit more. Um, and I don't know how hot of a take that really is these days. People were down on Honestly Nevermind at first, but then started to like it. But now it seems like they're down again. I've always liked it. I don't love it, but I like it a lot more than Her Loss. I think that Her Loss, like I said, has probably four or five songs that I'm like, these are fine. And out of that one or two of them, I'm like, I really want to listen to this again. But for the most part, like almost all of the 21 Savage stuff is a miss for me, unfortunately. Um, there's some good Drake moments, which is good. You know, you hope for at least that from a collab album. And I
But
was
I
mostly
feel
misdirected because I thought the title was gonna be um, like a level up her loss type thing, like she tried to break my heart, but I'm still like thriving type thing, which would fit the mood, but it was not that at all.
like my
Which
mind just stopped working. I'm sorry. That happens sometimes. No, I thought it was gonna be different than it was too, but I thought honestly Nevermind was gonna be a lot different than what it was. And with both of those, when I listened to them, I could listen to this one more. So
one more time.
I wish that that was not a thing. Oh, bro. Nice. No, good question. So I like
Who
it. I think
won?
keep doing that. Oh,
Wait,
I think I won. I got two right
what was the answer?
for what I. Oh, for this one?
Was it Circo Loco?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. I got it right there.
So I got two right of yours, I think.
I got
I think you got one right.
the last one.
Yeah.
Right, and read all your questions again. I got more
Okay.
than one right.
No, no, you didn't.
Read them to me.
Best instrument,
I got that one wrong.
best handles,
I got that one wrong.
best Marvel character.
I got that one wrong.
Okay, then. Read yours.
Uh, greatest NBA player of the last 10 years.
Got that wrong.
Best Disney Channel show ever.
Got that right.
Greatest fast food meal of the 21st century.
Got that right.
And what was my last one?
Something.
Something.
I don't
Well,
even
you
know.
won either way.
Woo! Let's go.
GG, good job, Trevor. That was our first episode of Subjective Trivia. It was very odd, I think, to say the least, but it was fun, right?
I enjoyed it, and I don't care if anybody else did. So that's my take.
Hot take, hot take. And if you want to hear more hot takes, stick around because, as you can see from this episode, we are now starting to flame people who we disagree with, whereas in the past we just wouldn't speak so much. And I know that makes really good content because my family likes Fox News. So if you want to watch two brothers talk about brother things for real, stick around because these next few weeks are gonna get pretty, I would say, mature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fox News sucks. That's all. Good night.
I set them up. I'm sorry. Well, good night,
Take
everybody.
care.